This is Elon Musk's $300 million jet collection that's just as crazy as it gets. But wait till you find out it's just the beginning for him, because that's just how he likes to pour his money down the black hole. Yep, I'm going to show you how he doesn't spare $216 million when it comes to his kids, $80 million on his neighbors, and so much more. It's only a peek into Elon Musk's world that shows us money can travel faster than his SpaceX rockets. He's so rich, he probably is the only one on the block who has a rocket-shaped mailbox.
What?
Which launches your mail into your house. If you think that's incredible, I'm guessing you've never been lucky enough to dig into Musk's possessions, which only scratch the surface of his mind-boggling wealth. Everything this guy owns is way better than your wildest fantasies. But let's begin with his shoes. Air Jordan Tesla shoes. Remember when he revealed the Tesla Model Y in 2019? Well, he couldn't just stroll out looking like your average billionaire. Nope, he had to wear something so wild. So he went for the custom one-of-one Air Jordan Tesla shoes. These kicks are so rare that wearing them could get you a one-way ticket to the slammer with a 6-month sentence. Made of materials like pony hair, red metallic leather, and yes, even python leather. But here's the twist. In California, wearing anything made from python can land you up to 6 months in jail. I'm sure what I mentioned earlier makes so much more sense now. Elon's not about to risk another lawsuit, so he's not been spotted rocking these since. And they only cost a cool $1,500 among Musk's luxury items. Well, that's literally just small change for a man planning to wear something even more exotic on Mars. Carrera 1887 SpaceX watch. In space, time works a little differently. And who knows this better than our iconic Elon Musk, who made sure his wrist game was interstellar. So he did what any self-respecting billionaire with a penchant for pushing boundaries would do. Yep, he quickly dialed up a Tag Heuer to create something truly out of this world. And that's exactly what gave birth to the limited edition Carrera 1887 SpaceX watch. This horological masterpiece was released on the 50th anniversary of the first ever Swiss watch worn in space, and it's a collector's dream. No wonder it's part of the costly belongings of Musk to date. But hey, you can snag this watch yourself for a mere $10,000. And that's because Elon's Mars time wristwear is a different story. While he was the most incredibly wealthy man on Earth, Elon knew he had to step up his risk game. Not only did he snag an Audemars baguette for a cool 50 grand, but he also splurged on a Richard Mille for a jaw-dropping $200,000. That's right, he's got watches that could probably double down as payments on homes. But if you think you've seen Musk's lavish belongings, his exclusive car collection will make you rethink it all over again. So strap in, because Elon Musk's car collection is a wild ride, quite literally. I mean, who else do you know that would put their personal $100,000 Tesla Roadster on a rocket and send it soaring into the cosmos? But this man live streamed the whole event, and you can track where it is in space right now. And since he's never getting that Tesla Roadster back, what does he do? He just casually buys another one, like it's no big deal.
What?
Now, before you think Elon stops at Teslas, remember he's the guy who not only made the first mass-produced electric car, but also owns the first mass-produced gas car, the legendary 1920 Ford Model T. You'd think that such an old car would barely work, but it's still chugging along, reminding us just how crazy his love for all things automotive can get. No wonder Elon Musk's extravagant collection has the world gasping for air. But here comes the part you didn't see coming. Elon's dream car. Way back when he was just a broke 17-year-old with $2,000 to his name and a hefty $100,000 debt, was none other than the iconic Jaguar E-Type. He saw it in a magazine and instantly fell head over heels in love. Fast forward a bit, and once he made just enough money, he went out and bought it almost immediately. Of course, it's Elon, so you guessed it. That Jag barely works too. His taste in cars is just as unique as his approach on life. But hey, one of Elon's most expensive cars nearly cost him his life. You can't make this stuff up, right? Before we jump deeper into one of Musk's more opulent acquisitions that'll make you question your existence, make sure to hit the subscribe button. While we're here fretting the price over a coffee, he's on his way to conquer the world. What a shame. Now, the story of Elon Musk's brush with automotive disaster is a roller coaster ride you won't want to miss. So after Elon cashed in big time with PayPal, he thought, why not treat myself to a little something special? And that's when he splurged on a $1 million McLaren F1. There was just one problem. He didn't exactly know how to drive the thing. Imagine giving a rocket scientist the keys to a supercar and asking him to parallel park on Mars. You can guess what happened next. A lane change turned into a merry-go-round of chaos, and Elon found himself going backwards, watching other cars approach him like they were auditioning for the Olympics. Then, out of nowhere, the McLaren hit an embankment and launched into the air. It really hurts me to talk about the damage. Next thing, Elon needed a new car. But quite obviously, not just any car would do. No, Elon had a crazier idea. He wanted a car that could turn into a submarine. Yep, you heard that right. A car from James Bond that actually works. He wasn't going to stop, so he bought this gem from a couple who found it in an abandoned storage unit. Only Elon Musk would turn a storage unit into a $1 million submarine car. That brings his total car collection to a mind-boggling $2.8 million. Incredible, I know. But when it's about Elon Musk's wealth, you can expect literally anything and everything. Musk's mansions. When Elon decided to settle in Bel Air, he didn't just buy a house, he bought 7. His first mansion cost a cool $17 million, boasting 7 bedrooms, a gym, a spa, a tennis court, and even a personal movie theater. But Elon's taste took a quirky turn when he acquired Willy Wonka's seemingly normal-looking house. Rumor has it there's some wacky stuff hidden inside. With him, you never know what surprises await in the never-exhausting list of Musk's expensive items. And now let's talk about Elon's not-so-average mansion. It may look normal on the outside, but on the inside, it's like Gene Wilder's dream home. Cabinets shaped like abstract art, doors leading to nowhere, car doors scattered about, mysterious tunnels, and the walls featuring some really odd paintings. Doesn't that sound like a real-life riddle? But don't worry, Elon wasn't about to live in a house that seems plucked from a Tim Burton movie. He turned it into a school for his kids because who wouldn't want to learn physics and economics in a place that feels like Wonderland? Now, I'm not here to question one of the richest men in the world. I mean, he can afford an $80 million neighborhood like pocket change. That Tesla money must be really nice. You see, he doesn't typically flex with diamonds, but when gifted a diamond Tesla ring by Ben Baller, he really made an exception. I'd say it was a match made in billionaire heaven. However, there's another jewelry tale worth mentioning. Elon, straight from his father's emerald line, once gifted a stunning green emerald on a 14-karat gold necklace to his college girlfriend. After they went their separate ways, he probably wasn't too heartbroken about the $50,000 he spent on it. But fast forward to his second marriage, and Elon discovered the secret power of rings. So he went all out and bought not 1, not 2, but 3 different engagement rings for his new lady. The first ring cost him a cool $100,000. But she didn't let him off the hook that easily. She roasted him for being cheap, so he decided to fix his ways and leave everyone's jaws dropped. Yep, that's when Elon stepped up his game with a ring worth a whopping $300,000, complete with 10 sapphires, and a diamond so enormous it probably had its own gravitational pull. Out of all the items in Musk's collection, his total jewelry spending added to a mind-boggling $1.5 million. He clearly didn't lose any sleep over that amount of money because 2 years later, he ended up divorcing her and handed her a generous $16 million for the trouble. But what if I told you you still don't know a major part of the luxury acquisitions of Elon Musk? Pretty obviously, because the man knows no bounds when it comes to his kids. You see, the average parent shells out around $300,000 on their offspring in total. But hey, Elon's kids are anything but average. They attend private schools and jet around the globe on his private jet for vacations. That's a lifestyle that racks up about $1 million per year per child. Now, let's crunch the numbers. Elon has 9 kids. Yes, 9. So the man is shelling out at least $24 million annually for just one of those little tykes. But wait, there's more math to be done. Multiply that by 9, and you've got a jaw-dropping total of $216 million. I know that's a number worth gasping over, but let's not forget that it's Elon Musk we're talking about. And when you're buying multiple jets and sending cars into space like they're hot potatoes, a couple $100 million for your kids is just a drop in the bucket. Elon Musk and his jets is like a billionaire's game of Pokemon. When speaking of the most expensive things owned by Musk, they take the lead. He started with one custom jet worth $26 million. Recliner seats, dining room, bedroom, the usual stuff. But Elon Musk couldn't be seen flying the same tiny jet after leveling up from millions to billions. So he one-upped billionaire Mark Cuban with not 1, but 2 Gulfstream G550s for $62 million each. And then a newer model, the G650 came out. The only difference was 1 extra seat. Yep, it's like buying the latest iPhone, but instead of dropping $1,000, billionaires drop $75 million. Elon recently spent another $75 million on the newest Gulfstream, the G700. Can you guess the difference? Pretty much just made the plane a little bit bigger. Just like how iPhones get a bit bigger each year. But Elon's biggest flex? When normal folks don't like an app, they uninstall it. When Elon doesn't like how Twitter's handling things, he buys it. While Twitter was losing billions, Elon swooped in, paying more than he needed to. Elon's favorite number is 420, so he bought all the shares for $54.20. And the estimated overpayment? A whopping $19 billion, bringing the total purchase price to $44 billion. That's crazy. Now he's rebranded Twitter to X and plans to turn it into a super app, potentially worth $80 billion. Elon's spending game is out of this world. But hey, when you've got over $200 billion, who's counting?